Hi, girls and boys. I have a book to read to you called Under the Snow. And it was written by Melissa Stewart, illustrated by Constance R. Burgum. And this book is all about the animals and insects and what they are doing in the wintertime. So I want you to put your listening ears on because I want you to tell me something cool and new that you learned from this book. I actually learned some cool new things too. All right, and you see the snow. So what season do you think this book is taking place in? The winter time. Under the Snow. In the heart of winter, a deep layer of snow blankets fields and forests, ponds and wetlands. So snow has come everywhere. Does that sound familiar to you guys? I think we had some snow here. You spend your days sledding and skating and having snowball fights, but under the snow lies a hidden world. Did you guys know that? Under the snow, there's a hidden world. Dozens of ladybugs pack themselves into a gap in an old stone wall. Like under the snow in this field. That's what's happening, guys. And then under the snow in a field over here, below them a snake rests in a hole all its own. So they're resting for the winter. Voles spend their days tunneling through the snow. Do you see that animal? That's called a vole, and they spend their days tunneling through snow to get to different places. And when they find a young tree, they slowly strip off layers of bark, and they eat them. So that's what they like to eat, voles. They like to eat bark. It's probably how they stay healthy during the winter time when there isn't a whole lot of food around. Below the ground, a chipmunk snoozes for a few days at a time. Between naps, he snacks on the nuts and seeds stored in his burrow. That's where they live, burrows. And in the wintertime, they go and they hibernate too. Did you know that? Even chipmunks hibernate. That means that during the winter, they rest, they have food all around them, and they sleep a lot. That way in the summertime, they have lots of energy and they're still nice and healthy. Under the snow in a forest, a mourning cloak butterfly takes cover in a pile of brush. And inside a rotting log, a centipede and a bumblebee queen remain silent and still until spring. A wood frog nestles in scattered leaves on the forest floor. There he is, the wood frog. Ooh, and did you know this? It can freeze solid and still survive. Wow. And not far away, a woolly bear caterpillar spends the winter curled up in a tight ball. Trying to stay, what do you think? Probably warm. Just below the ground, a spotted salamander waits out the coldest months of the year. And deeper down, a woodchuck sleeps soundly all winter long. He's hibernating. Its heart rate drops and its breathing slows down. The animal gets all the energy it needs from its thick layer of fat. Under the snow in a pond. Look, they're skating up there, but underneath, this is what's going on. Bluegills circle slowly through the chilly water. They don't have enough energy to chase the water boatmen swimming nearby. That's what they usually eat, but they're tired, so they don't have much energy to even eat them. They're just kind of swimming around, and a carp rests quietly on the muddy bottom. That's the kind of fish there, a carp. He's just laying on the bottom, and he isn't even tempted by the water striders lying just a few inches away from him. That's what he likes to eat, that carp. Buried in the mud, a frog and a turtle wait out the winter. They never move, and they barely breathe. Under the snow in a wetland, A beaver family huddles together inside a cozy log lodge. When they get hungry, they swim to their food storage pile and munch on some sticks. But even on the coldest winter days, red-spotted newts dodge and dart, whiz and whirl just below the ice. Red-spotted newts. They're still very active, lots of energy. As time passes, the sun's rays slowly grow stronger. Each day is a little bit longer, and animals living in fields and forests, ponds and wetlands begin to get ready for spring. And so do you. All right, guys. I really like this book because when I was a kid, I must have asked myself a bunch of times, where are all the bugs going in the wintertime? Where are the animals that are usually in the forest going? It's so cold outside. So this book has so many interesting facts about where those bugs and where those animals are. So I really hope that you learned something that you thought was cool or new and interesting. What I want you to answer for today's question is this. What is something new and interesting that you learned from this book, Under the Snow? Something that made you go, wow, that is so cool. All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this book, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.